the money on Kovalev to win by decision at 7-1 was the bet. I know that hindsight is 2020, that Ward won by decision and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, at 7-1, and I looked at it on the board, the money was on the decision. And as I sat there, I'm like, that's where I should have bet the money. I'm not it's close enough that I'm not going to pinch a fit, right? And Kovalev and Kathy Duva in main events, they'll bring in somebody from New York or Europe to be the third judge in there to give it a different slant. They will.
I was surprised they didn't.
That's an all-American fucking... Like, that's the person to blame for this loss, legitimately, is Kathy Duva.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And her inexperience to not know that she put that fight into some... And kudos to Rock Nation and whoever runs their boxing promotion to get an all-American judging group.
Yep.
I mean, that's just good job on the promoter's part. That is a pro-Ward crowd in a pro-Ward city, and it just shows the arrogance of Kathy Duva and of Kovalev's team, thinking we're just going to go in and knock him out. It's not going to matter.
Kovalev's fan base did not show up. I don't know.
No, they're not, and they're not going to.
He obviously does not have a market in Las Vegas.
No, but they moved tickets. I mean, Willie was on site. I was on site. They got an arena filled with people.
Bay Area
people. Correctly.
There was a lot of Bay Area there for Ward.
Right, and they're the ones who booed your decision.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. Not all 13,000 of them were booing, Lee. Sorry about that.
Okay.
They weren't. They weren't, and I knew the fight was going to be that way. It's going to be a controversial decision that many were going to demand a rematch. Those were my words, and that's exactly what Sunday looks like. But he lost that fight. Watch it. It's a great performance. Like I've said many times before, if you ever wanted a fighter, it's going to be Andre Ward now. He is the new model of what you want your kid to be like in this sport. The dedication, the know-how on how to pull out victories time and time again in 12-round decisions. Andre Ward has it all, man. He fought the best dude in that division last night. He fought that guy with only 3 fights after a 4-year layoff, 5-year layoff, whatever it was. And that's what he looked like. That's what he made you look like. I'm still blaming freaking Kovalev because you know what? He didn't look like Sergey, damn it. That didn't look like a street fight. That didn't look like a guy you call the crusher. You're jabbing. And every time he jabbed, Andre knew to either get out of there or get inside. But I'm not hanging around. And he misses so many of the second punch. Don't even count on the third one. I'm talking the second punch he throws. Sergey throws 9 out of 10 times he's missing Andre Ward. It's just a reality. And then when he allowed Andre on the inside, it's a game changer. It's a flat-out game. I think it's round 5. It's round 5. When that Robert Byrd starts letting them tie up arms and hit, oh, Andre Ward is giving it to him. He's giving it to him. Dude, like I said, I've watched it 3 times. I'm not going to be surprised if it gets popped in again today. Raiders aren't playing till tomorrow. Probably watching it again.
You could watch Jared Goff make his debut.
And I got some money on the games. I'll be watching the games.
For everybody listening, I've pulled the post-fight press conference for you. Of course, available on YouTube by pretty much everybody who was there, which is why you don't need to go to weigh-ins anymore. Everything's online. Right. I can. Let me also say from Friday night, Roy Jones Boxing Promotion, along with the D, they had Desmond the body shot Nady, the guy who went to jail for 15 years for armed robbery, who is trained specifically by Roy Jones. He picked up the NABA lightweight champion. I want to say it's lightweight. That's off the top of my head, but I think it is the lightweight. Lightweight championship. He took it off of Ronaldo Blanco in the main event, putting on a great performance against a kid who fought like he reminded me of Verdejo almost. It was a good fight. It was like a mini Hearns Hagler thing happening in the round. Desmond probably showboated a little bit too much for my taste, but that's, between him and Roy being his trainer. I'm not really surprised by it. He's got a lot of flash. He's got a couple of belts. He'll be looking at a bigger title shot. Every fight from here is another title. So this kid's going to get a run, especially because he's in his, I want to say he's in his 30s. So he started a little late in his career, but that was an enjoyable evening. They've got another one coming up. Check it out, Downtown Las Vegas Event Center. There you go. That's everything that happened this weekend in Vegas. Yes, I went Saturday night to Randy Couture and Tough Enough's event. They sold out the Downtown Las Vegas Event Center on the same night as Kovalev Ward. They had a full parking lot full of people watching submission and MMA. Loved it. Like I couldn't get it. It pained me to have to get up to go watch Kovalev Ward. If I had to do it again, I'd probably watch on my laptop because for those of you who don't know or don't care, I actually train in jiu-jitsu, no gi specifically. So it's enjoyable to watch guys that I'm pretty sure I could have beat. I'm pretty sure. Like I actually watched the first fight going, if I could cut to that weight, I could beat either of these guys. They were the right age group too.
I'll tell you, watching Maurice Hooker last night, I think a lot of people.
Oh, the Hooker. Do you want to talk about the Hooker robbery?
Man, it amazes me.
Okay, don't tell me that was a robbery.
Yeah.
Correct?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Perez, right?
Yeah. Perez had like the first.
Perez got Christmas.
He had 6 rounds in the bag by round 7. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of fight. Like Lee, there wasn't anything that Hooker was doing that you could say he won a round. He was jabbing, staying away, and throwing some really, really bad combinations where, like, even if they were to land, he didn't look like he had any power to do anything. It was amateurish. And Darles Perez is not an amateur. This guy's been in with some of the best. He's been in for world titles. Like, he knew how to throw a counter punch. He knew how to throw a combination that is actually trying to hurt the opponent. No, that scoring, and then how one judge had it like 97-93, that was a disgrace. But no, when you watch Hooker fight, it just amazes me how he even got to, I think, what was he, 21-0, I think, coming into that fight. Where were those 21 opponents that they found? Shit. Sign me up. Yeah, wait. By the way, that was my opinion, because you know that I'm always toying with the thought of, well, I could do a submission match or maybe another MMA match on the amateur level. I'm sure that I can find a guy who's like 0-5, just hungry to get back in the ring. Like, that guy has to be out there, right? Yeah, I'm looking more around 5-20 something, maybe.
Yeah, no, if you're going to do it, I'm sure those guys exist, right? They must. Because clearly guys like Hooker can find
21 of them. He's found 21 of them somewhere.
Weird. Well, that'll do it for Kovalev Ward. Go ahead and rewatch it. They'll re-air it on Saturday on HBO. Enjoy the press conference. At the time we're recording this, I'm trying to get permission to use audio from ES News. I'm just not going to put it until I have permission. So if you don't hear it, I didn't get permission, and I got tired of waiting for ES News to respond. However, they've always seemed to respond positively. So if it's true, you can watch Larry Merchant's comments, because obviously I'm pro Kovalev, and Andrew spent literally 25 minutes explaining why Andre Ward shit sunshine and rainbows on Saturday.
Hey, classic performance for a Ward
fan. Is that the name of this show? Andre Ward shits rainbows and butterflies.
No, that's not gonna. No. But you could put Andre Ward clearly beat Kovalev. Yeah. That's not even hard. It's not even hard.
Then I'll put in parentheses, insert eye roll here. All right, that'll do it, everybody. Sign up on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, YouTube. You can get our audio there. We're available through all those type of sources, or type in perfectbluestudio.com, and you can find all the shows of the Perfect Blue Studio cadre of shows. We will be back on Wednesday with news because, of course, Mayweather was circling around and more of that horse shit is going on, and we'll be happy to talk about it. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Hello, everybody. Before Andre speaks, I'd like to just thank a few people here tonight. I'd like to start with our sponsors from tonight's fight. our presenting partner, Corona, Monster Products, Anoli, Jet Lux, Zappos, the Jordan brand, and Shoe Palace. Also want to thank Andre's partners, ProSups, Lift, Body Armor, Power Hands. In addition to that, and brand Jordan. In addition to that, I'd like to thank once again Richard Sturm from MGM, Dan Quinn, the general manager of the T-Mobile Arena, as well as Mike went off. Hello. Somebody cut a cord. All right, we're back on. Sorry about that. As well as Sid Greenfied of MGM as well. I'd like to also thank Peter Nelson, who's in the room tonight, for all your support. Peter Nelson of HBO, as well as Tony Walker and the Nevada State Athletic Commission for all their support. And finally, I'd like to thank the members, the key members of Team Ward, James Prince, Josh Dubin, and of course, Virgil Hunter. Tonight you saw a classic fight between Andre and Sergey. A terrific battle, a terrific fight. Two courageous fighters. I couldn't be more proud of the man sitting next to me, Andre Ward. The journey that he's taken, the challenges that he's overcome, the adversity that he's overcome. You saw a lot of that in the ring tonight. He is now the light heavyweight champion of the world. And again, Andre, congratulations. Yeah, champ.
Tonight was a great night. See some sad faces out there. I don't know why, though. There's only fans back there clapping, but maybe it's just me. It was a good night tonight. Obviously the victory, but, you know, I would love to win every fight as a shutout. I would love to have every fight take place where, you know, I barely get touched. But, you know, you have to win fights like this sometimes. And I talk a lot about the greats because I've studied the sport since I've been a kid. I watched a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard for whatever reason leading up to this fight. Tommy Hearns won, Leonard Hearns 2, Roberto Duran 1, Roberto Duran 2. And just the mannerisms, how he approached the big fights, how he dealt with adversity. These are things that they had to deal with. So, you know, this is really a notch under my belt. I'm pleased. I'm happy. Of course, again, I would love it to be a shutout and, you know, a dominant performance from the standpoint of the scorecards. But we eked out a tough victory against a guy that a lot of people thought was going to knock me out and stop me. And we did what champions do. We got off the canvas and we got stronger. So I'm happy with the victory tonight.
Straight, right in the middle, Andre. I've got the microphone, sir. Andre, congratulations on your victory tonight.
Thank you.
We've seen, as you said, you participate in many of your fights that are clean shutouts or completely dominating one-sided fights. Tonight, obviously, that was not the case. Did you feel like this was, in your long career, your toughest fight?
I mean, the knockdown would cause people to suggest that, but I've been in some tough fights.
You've been down before.
Excuse me?
You've been down before, though, once early in your career.
Very early, yeah. So this is my second time being down, and we got up that time, too. So I don't know. I got to go back and assess it and see. I mean, I've been in some tough fights, irregardless of what, you know, it may look like. You know, some of these fights are really, really tough. They look easy. But this was, you know, obviously one of the tougher ones against a great champion. And I knew this was going to be this kind of fight. I didn't expect this to be a blowout. I mean, this guy's 30-0 like I'm 30-0 with 9 or 10 title defenses. He's got 3 belts. That doesn't come overnight. You know, this is a guy who's a road warrior. He's gone overseas. He'll go anywhere to fight these champions or defend his championship. So, you know, he's a real fighter. But we showed that, you know, we can eat a big shot and get up. I mean, when he knocked me down, I honestly wasn't hurt. You know, I guess that's what they call a flash knockdown. I just looked up, I was on the canvas, and I smiled.